You ever talk to your phone or your smart speaker, ask it for the weather, and then just stop for a second and think, wait a minute, how did it do that? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on that little piece of everyday magic. We're going to trace the incredible journey your voice takes from just a simple question into a lightning fast answer. I mean, it's a question we've all had, right? On the surface, it seems so simple, but what's really happening is this incredibly sophisticated dance between some seriously powerful technologies. And right now, we're going to break that dance down, step by step. All right, so where does this whole journey kick off? Well, before your device can do anything at all, it has to, understand you. And I don't just mean hearing the sounds you make, I mean actually interpreting your meaning. And that brings us to the very first piece of our puzzle. And here it is, machine learning. This is basically the brain of the whole operation. Think about it like this. Instead of writing a super detailed instruction manual for every single thing a computer could do, we just give it a massive library of examples and let it figure out the rules for itself. It sifts through tons and tons of data, getting smarter and smarter. It's literally learning from experience, pretty much just like we do. And listen, this isn't some science fiction, far off in the future kind of tech. No way. Machine learning is already woven deep into the fabric of our daily lives. When your phone recognizes your face or voice, that's ML. When you use an app to translate a language on the fly, yep, that's it too. Even the way Google Maps can predict a traffic jam is all thanks to ML, learning from the movements of millions of phones. It's the silent engine running in the background of our modern world. Okay, so thanks to machine learning, your device has figured out what you asked. Awesome. But, understanding is only half the battle. Now that request has to travel from your device across the internet to a server that actually has the answer. And this whole journey, it happens in the blink of an eye. The official name for this incredible trip is data communication. You can basically think of it as the superhighway system for all digital information. It's the process that lets all of our gadgets talk to each other, swapping data across these huge computer networks, whether they're in the same room or on totally opposite sides of the planet. But how does that work really? How does your one specific question, out of billions of bits of data flying around, travel through that massive information highway without getting lost? How does it find the exact right server and then get the correct answer all the way back to you? Well, just like our roads have traffic laws, data communication has its own very clear, very organized set of rules. And this breaks it down perfectly. You've got 4 essential players in this game. First up, there's the sender. That's you and your phone. Then you've got the message, your question about the weather. The medium is just the path it travels on, so like your Wi-Fi or your cell network. And finally, the receiver. That's the big computer server out there that gets the message and knows what to do with it. Now, this is what makes it all work so smoothly, the concept of a protocol. To make sure the sender and the receiver understand each other perfectly, they both agree ahead of time to follow a shared set of rules. You can think of a protocol as a kind of digital grammar or even good manners that makes sure the whole conversation is orderly, efficient, and actually works. So when you put it all together, here's the bottom line. Every single time you speak to your device, 2 incredibly powerful systems just spring into action. Machine learning acts as the translator, figuring out what you actually mean. And then data communication acts as the super reliable messenger, carrying your meaning to its destination and bringing the answer right back. It's really a perfect partnership. It's an amazing system, and honestly, it already feels a lot like magic. But these technologies, they're constantly learning, constantly evolving. And it really makes you wonder, what's next? What's the next frontier for this digital conversation we're having with our machines? I mean, what happens when they don't just understand our words, but our intent, our context, even better than they do today? The possibilities, well, they're pretty fascinating.